Okay, grade fours, you have now created 2 whole paragraphs for your essay. Now, an essay is just basically a whole bunch of paragraphs put together to make a bigger piece of work. So your essay is on your historical place. But before we can actually complete that essay, we are going to need to start off our essay with what's called an intro paragraph, and we're going to have to end our essay with what is called a conclusion paragraph. Now these paragraphs are nowhere near as big as the last 2 paragraphs you guys have made because they are usually only about 3 or 4 sentences long. And those sentences are covering some very specific things to introduce your ideas and then to conclude your ideas at the very end. So today we are looking at our intro paragraph. Now there are 3 main things we need in our intro paragraph. We need a hook. It's the very first sentence that your person is going to read in your essay. It has to draw them right in, make them interested. And so the best way to do that is start with your most interesting fact about your place. So if you think that's the height of the place, go for it. You just want something super interesting so that the very first thing the person reads, they'll go, oh, I want to read more. Once we have an interesting fact, we're then going to do a brief sentence on why our place is important. Hey, one of your paragraphs is completely on that. So you could maybe borrow from that paragraph and think of the most important reason why your place is important. Or you can write your own. And then finally, you want to let the readers know what will they learn once they've read your paragraph. So maybe you tell them you're going to learn about this place and its importance and what it looks like. Something like that so that they know exactly what they're getting into. Now I'm going to do an example with you just to show you how it works. So I'm going to think back to everything that I've been talking about Mount Salem. So let's think. I want to start with an interesting fact. Did I know? Ooh, I know. There we go. I've written my sentence down and I've made it into a question because I find that questions are the most engaging way to start off my paragraph. You don't have to do a question, but I find they work pretty well. Then I'm going to write down something important.
What important?
There we go. So now I've written something important as well. And finally, I'm going to write something that the readers can know that they're going to learn once they read my paragraphs. There we go. So now I have my 3 sentences to figure out my paragraph. All I do to make my paragraph is I combine all 3 together. So I take them, I make sure to indent, and I write it out. I'm gonna do so right now and there we go. So I'm gonna read my paragraph. A few things to notice as I have my paragraph here is, look at this. It is very, very short. Compared to the last paragraph I wrote, there is not a lot of information here. That's what you want. You don't want your intro paragraph to be like 10 sentences long. You only want like 3 or 4 sentences. You'll notice that I still indented. I have this space in front of the first line, and then all the other lines go the same distance away here. And you will also notice that what I've written up here, I've changed slightly down here just so that I can make sure that it makes more sense. So don't be afraid to change the writing that you write up here into something that sounds a little bit better in your actual intro paragraph. And then we'll, of course, edit it and everything as well. So let me read it to you and you can tell me what you think. Did you know that Mount Salem Christian School is one of the oldest Christian schools in the Elgin area? We get to learn about God here. When you read this essay, you will learn what MSCS looks like and why it is so important. And there we go, short and sweet. That's all we need. So grade 4s, I hope that helps, and I hope you have a good time writing your intro paragraphs today.